Rob is. Thanks. William?
So Rob didn't pick up his line, so he was away from his desk, but he is transitioning into a new role actually in the engineering department.
Yeah.
And so a man named Steve Sisio is kind of taking over his work in the transition. Would you be interested in talking with him if he's available?
Yeah, no worries. Is GIS usually open?
They are.
Or survey?
So let me see. Is Jeff in today? Or did he just pass it out? I can get another one of the surveyors for you.
John Manetta available?
Sure. What? I don't think I saw her. Hey John, how are you? Good. I have William at the front counter with some questions in regards to Jefferson Park. Okay. Is there a time that works today? Okay, perfect. Thanks, John. So it sounds like he only has about 5 minutes, but he's going to come out and chat with you.
Sure. No worries. I saw the physical.
You saw Brian real estate? Seriously?
Yeah. What info? So. Hey, Mr. Benita. Oh, no, of course, of course. You know how easy this is. It's getting really, really easy. In a nutshell, I worked with Seth McFarland or something like that, McLean. Seth, he is a civil engineer for the city that has been working to approve this project for the Linden parking lot. So he's the one that's the partition subdivision plat, and wondering where I could go to actually get to the official one from the city of what they've used.
Do you know the name of the subdivision plan?
Here, I can pull up the actual piece of paper here. 1 second. That takes just a couple seconds here.
The new constructed parking.
Yeah, for the, let's see here. Legal. Let's see here. Conduct exhibits. There it is. Linden Street right away. Railroad parking lot plat zoomed, or just parking lot plat. So this one was as close as I could get to some real juicy information on what's what. I'm working with real estate. They lost the actual lease for Jefferson Park, so I've just kind of been going off whatever I can. So this one is the Linden Street parking lot, the one that they had presented. And then what I found useful here was per plat of City Fort Collins. That Les Book 1980, if it will just zoom in correctly. Okay, there it goes. Or at least it's working on it. Oh, so that Les... dang it. Oh, it's a big picture. So yeah, Linden Street is the 100-foot right-of-way per city plat, Fort Collins. That's that city plat I'm trying to figure out. And I found Les Book 1680, page 64. Do you know where I would find something like that?
You can go to the county to get that.
We're already talking to the county now. That makes perfect sense. Okay. But, as you know, Giddings claims to have gotten the official map from Parks Department for Jefferson Park.
So per the plat of the city of Fort Collins is this one over here?
Oh wow, you just have like kind of general plat.
This is the original plat.
Oh, wow, you guys have everything here. So this would be
There's
Jefferson.
100 feet right there.
Okay, so it's always been 100. That's kind of what I've always thought. And
Really?
I always thought this was 70 feet. So is there anything that would have ever changed that?
This was 100, and then I believe 30 feet of that had been vacated.
Yep, we
Yeah,
saw that. It,
sometime later.
that's in the same blueprints. Yeah,
Yeah.
30 feet vacated right
70
away.
feet walked it, yeah.
So I take it that this has always been 100. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be.
That's correct.
Okay. In that case, then, because this is what matches up with county. County always has Jefferson Park being as this, and then that little parking lot there for it. So
But it seems to
Um,
always be straight right there on Linden Street
yeah.
sidewalk.
So Giddings told us that it goes to the curb, which it goes street to park all of a sudden. So there's not even a sidewalk evidently in his map. He said it was the official map that he talked to the city attorneys about, and that he had got long story short, he said he started off that it was the official map, that he got it confirmed through the city attorneys, and then went on the stand in a jury trial recently. He said he only got it from Parks Department, and he only spoke to Bud.
It was the Occupy Jefferson protest, and he gave a bunch of people tickets, and now 6 months to 8 months around the year, all the tickets are now going to court. We've already won 3 trials of it being unsubstantiated by Judge Lane.
From
And
the municipal park curfew, because we're in sidewalks that aren't actually notated as sidewalks. I got a ticket in this sidewalk, and it wasn't held up in court. He got a ticket
Kinda
in
in
that
two
sidewalk.
different ways of not clearly established park boundaries
Yeah.
/ sidewalk closures. But
Yeah.
long story short, he gets charged.
So the whole point of the what I'm in now is the since I was there second day in a row after they told me to leave on the sidewalk here. First ticket it went to municipal court, dropped. Second one went to county court, and in county court it got all screwed up where I wasn't allowed to mention park curfew law, like the actual statutes weren't able to be read in as jury instructions. The jury just kind of had to trust that what the cop was saying was
Cops.
correct, that because he got it from the Parks Department. So he kind of famed the Parks Department as being incapable of being wrong because it's the Parks Department.
Cops like to use unlawful conduct as a repeat charge. If you gave repeat alcohol tickets, so they're unlawful conduct, repeat park curfew. And so it's kind of
And
like where
so
boundaries are.
the thing that we're really worried about is that he had just lost 2 trials where the judge
Three,
said to him,
technically.
well, just sidewalk.
No, Zach still won that there.
Well, that was a camping on.
Half of it was
half
sidewalk.
Yeah, and look, here's
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
because I haven't been asked to look at it, and because
Of course.
I need to be asked by someone from the city to look at it. This is what the original plat says.
And that's what we.
Has there been a vacation along there? I can't speak to that.
Exactly. We'll go hunting real estate. We'll do county.
We've seen nothing but countless maps of road construction, the new parking lot, park, everything saying that it's 100-foot right.
Yeah. So it's
it seems pretty easy to establish.
the
concrete on the sidewalk.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we're always doing our own homework in this, and we're going to have our own countersuit, obviously, to have to prove all this in real court. The thing I wanted to mention to you and anyone else in the city now officially is that I was convicted under this map, this map from Parks Department, and as a result, one of the potential convictions, the sentencing is to be banned from that park for a year. And so essentially, the city is about to potentially ban me from public land for a year, sidewalk. And so I went to court saying there were other departments. He went to court saying I didn't think I needed to check with any other
You only went
departments.
to parks, and that was it.
Or so he says. And so what we're saying to him is you didn't have probable cause because you said you talked to your city attorney, but now you're going back on your word, and now we are having to do the talking to all the departments that you said we
last
did.
night we called the cops on a bunch of people in the
So-
park. They were told to leave and sit in the sidewalk and eat pizza, so in the same sidewalk that he was supposed to be in the parking board. So
Yeah, so
he
there's 2 different park definitions. If the city's offering one via FC maps and plats and deeds and everything, that's in direct conflict with what
whatever
Giddings is
getting
offering.
submitted. So
And so it's kind of scary that there could be what we had caught were yuppies, people just not homeless, but they were eating pizza. They were actually hanging out in that sidewalk, not walking through it.
some
was
people
his
were in the park,
excuse.
given a warning, and then told that they can stay on the sidewalk.
Yeah, so they were told they could linger on the sidewalk. I was told I got a ticket because I wasn't walking through that sidewalk. I was lingering in it.
Even though both homeless and yuppies had both lingered there. So
Yeah.
we're
So
kind of
we're
afraid
catching
that-
the unequal application of law, the selective enforcement,
Yeah.
and what we're really trying to get down to is if they're offering one map and you guys are offering a different map, I would say go talk to Giddings, because you guys could be subject to a lawsuit as a city.
There may be something that I'm not
You know.
aware of there that has vacated some of it.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where
I
since
can't
it's
speak
under
to the
construction.
truth of that.
Sure, yeah, exactly. That's why we're here. Is we're not even looking for the truth for our own purposes at this point. We're looking for it for you guys as a city, because there seems to be like a schism here where some of your city members seem to
I
believe
mean, we'll
that
go
it's
either
probably
way.
a
If it's
sidewalk.
conviction, he doesn't care if he
Yeah.
gets a ticket,
Understood.
honestly.
I'm just really scared because I got convicted on what looks like a sidewalk.
And basically
Exactly.
It wasn't only
Um,
him, there was at least another person. Yeah, so not they're kind of all kidnapping.
So, code 1580, page 54, where it is, you know where
That's
to go.
county,
to the
okay.
county for that.
Yeah, absolutely,
Recorder's office.
Yep, I know just where to go. Thank you. Also, too, real quick, the one thing I did want to leave you guys with, which was this concept of, while you don't have any official direction from the city yet, is there something we could do, like what had happened with Rob Mosby? He was able to send a takedown notice for a fence that went up illegally over by Safeway. He found out the right way himself. So if he can do that, how do you guys have
I
opportunities
guess
for
they're not the
obligations? or-
signage department is what you're wondering, of who puts up signs and who updates the
Well, what I
sidewalk
mean
signs.
is they were able to figure out a right of way without going to court. See what I mean?
Yeah, I understand, and, you know, I don't know who it is, but someone from the city has to tell me, John.
Yeah.
And I can't be the one since I'm not a member of the city.
No, you can
That's the
ask
point, that's an
someone,
ask.
or you can demand it.
Okay.
But
Well,
I need to hear from somebody
Yeah.
from the city.
Otherwise, we'll get our own survey or whatever.
We were just more
for that.
curious about the
Yeah.
right away, 100 feet.
That's okay. In the end, it'll probably be some internal investigator from the city that will ask you, because their cops are writing tickets as if it's not in the park. So, or, thanks anyway for everything you got. Thank you. Lawyering that way. Well, I can't speak to any official capacity to this. Your people are kidnapping people on this sidewalk.